Let's ask the Macquarie iGEM team, what is synthetic biology?
It's about taking the best from nature,
putting it into a neat package
for a better and sustainable future.
There's no real point to it, and it's just research labs doing it because, because it's really useless.
No! Synthetic biology is important because it's going to open new doorways for science. It will address current environmental issues such as the increase in carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Using synthetic biology, we can manipulate bacteria, so we'll use that carbon dioxide to potentially make biofuels.
It's just so wrong. I mean, the only reason to get into synthetic biology is just there's so much money to be made, and I think that's what it's all about, really. It's just people want to play God and make money off it because it's heaps easy. Like, it's not hard at all, bruh.
Okay, Brian, that's actually not really what it's about. Hey, to learn more, why don't you come and join our iGEM team, then you'll be able to see what it's like firsthand.
Alright.
Yeah?
Have to. But what is iGEM? Like, I don't want to just throw myself off the deep end here.
Okay, well let's talk to a few of the team and find out.
iGEM's about creativity and fun science.
About building relationships. It's an all-consuming challenge.
iGEM's about communication.
Yeah, and it's different to anything else you'll do at uni.
about collaboration on a global scale.
It's about an international community.
Building tools for the future.
A big part of our project was making sure we had well-designed DNA fragments. We spent a long time designing this with the aid of online software and manual checking. The chemical structure of DNA is quite tricky, so this was difficult and we made a lot of mistakes. It's not as simple as just ordering DNA on the internet. We had to exchange a lot of emails with the company that provided us with the DNA fragments before we got it right.
Probably in part due to a lack of exposure to synthetic biology as well as the iGEM competition itself. It was really difficult to raise funds, but it was a rewarding experience liaising with some of the government bodies as we did and convincing them that our project was worthwhile, and they were happy to come on board and support our team.
So even the government thinks that this is pretty safe and a good idea and might help the country in the long term.
It certainly appears that way. I think they want to see our country succeed on an international scale in such an important field.
I don't want to be stuck with like 5 people for months on end. Like, do I get to work with other people?
Oh yeah, sure. Well, one of the main parts of iGEM is collaborating with other teams. So one thing that we found when we did it last year is that teams interacted over online, and then of course once we got to the Jamboree we got to meet other teams and build these relationships with other young scientists in the same field and see what's really happening in the wider area of synthetic biology as well.
Cool, so you get to meet up with people from around the world in different countries and talk about these pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
As part of the 2012 team, we actually had to learn and apply a novel lab technique called the Gibson assembly to achieve our goals. And going from understanding it to actually applying it and successfully achieving our goals was a lot of fun for all of us.
So wait, were you like the first people, like undergrads, to actually use this technique?
Yeah, exactly right. We started with an article, we read it, we did some trial and error, and after a couple of weeks we had it down pat. And from there we were able to successfully make our biological constructs.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to check this out.
Also, you get to work with people from a variety of backgrounds, so from trained chemists and biologists to teachers. And it's really awesome to see the combination of technical knowledge and creativity coming in to work through all the problems in the lab.
I'm hearing some pretty cool things about this iGEM stuff. I want to get in on it. What do I need to do?
Whoa, wait 1 second. First things first, safety.
Yeah, man. You need to wear the lab coat.
You see, safety is more than just a lab coat and glasses though. You have to consider other things as well. We have to make sure that our organisms don't go into the environment, for instance. But what could be more better than doing research into preventing them from spreading in the environment? Current research, for instance, is looking at fail-safe methods in a way to prevent organisms from multiplying in the event that there is a spillage and they do spread out through into the environment. So you see, there are many ways that we can promote safety.
We were really excited to add a new component, which was the human outreach section. And this essentially allowed us to communicate to the public and to schools about what synthetic biology essentially is.
So to be a part of iGEM, I don't need to really be a scientist. I could do this human outreach stuff and participate with the community.
Yeah, it was a really big component for all of us, and we found it very exciting to not only speak to school children, but to speak to other professionals in the area and to really communicate what we were doing.
So I think that what we've seen at iGEM is that there's a whole new young generation of scientists, and these guys are really concerned about environmental issues, things like losing the biodiversity that we have in nature and dealing with the issues of climate change. So I think we're seeing some young scientists view synthetic biology as tools to preserve the nature that we do have.
So instead of hurting nature, it's trying to help nature.
Exactly, and we're taking our cues from nature as well.
So iGEM and synthetic biology is all about research, collaboration, human outreach, safety, and it benefits humanity and nature. Seems pretty good. You got it right?
Yeah!
Yay!